Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to do another YouTube video. I have gotten a lot of really good feedback on my last video, and I posted on my Instagram a little bit of a while ago saying what you guys thought, what you guys might want to see, and I got some good feedback. So today the topic is going to be creating an identity outside of your eating disorder and outside of recovery. So let's get started. To get started, I have like 3 big major tips that I want to hit on that have really helped me in the process of, as I was coming out of treatment, to be able to start kind of building my life outside of recovery, so that my identity went from less of a I am someone recovering from anorexia to I am fill in the blank with all the other things that I am learning to be able to identify myself as. So the first thing was that straight out of treatment, and this may or may not be applicable to you guys. I know some of my followers are still in high school. When I left treatment, I first and foremost looked for a job. Okay, so why did you do that, Kiara? Like, isn't recovery enough work? Well, yes, but recovery in treatment, like when you are in treatment, all you think about is recovery. It is your full-time job, and that can be kind of detrimental to where your identity lies. And not to mention, life is more than recovery. So what I did was I went out and I looked for a job. Now, I knew that I was passionate about being with kids. I know that kids fill my soul with joy and they make me extremely happy. So my thing was, I need to find a job that involves kids. I got myself on care.com, not sponsored, but I got myself on care.com, and my goal was to get a job within the first month after leaving treatment. Because I have found in the past that when I have made recovery my full-time job outside of treatment, that I have lost myself, and in a way that has contributed to my problem of having an identity that revolves around my eating disorder. It went from I'm anorexic to I'm recovering from anorexia. So like in retrospect, the thought process would probably have been more like, do I want to recover from my eating disorder? Not really, because then I'll lose that identity, and then what am I? Well, now I'm creating an identity outside of that that's more applicable to life and much, much healthier. So first thing out of treatment, sent out my applications, and I succeeded in my goal. I got my job, and I think for high school students, I think that might be something more similar to find a club, find a hobby, find something on the side of school that's not necessarily just being a student, because you can be, I'm a student in recovery, or that sort of thing. Plus, like, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with school. I have been a high schooler in recovery and gone back to school and been like, oh, now I'm back in school. I'm going to continue being the straight A student. I'm going to continue being, this, that, and the other. And I have had instances where I didn't go back to the clubs or things that I really enjoyed that made me happy and that made school a lot more fun. And looking back, I wouldn't say I regret it because I learned something from it, but I do definitely wish that I had done something different that would have possibly made things easier on me. Whether you love being on the dance team or the cheer team, go back to it, whether you are a chess player or you're part of a social justice club or a club that works on environmental activism, or whatever you love to do, whatever strikes your passion, get in it, get involved in it, get yourself going in it. Give your brain something else to think about when you're not sitting in class. For me, that was getting a job that involved kids, because that's something I'm passionate about. That's something that could fill my time and something that could fill my brain space and my heart with something that is bigger than myself and bigger than recovery, and that means something and that can continue for years and years and years to come. All right, so that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to start reintegrating back into the social part of life. So part of an eating disorder is the isolation. It's the removing yourself from your friends and your family and cocooning back into this very lonely world where you can engage in your eating disorder and it's just you and your eating disorder, and you guys are best friends, and because you're so isolated, you at least think that nobody can see what's going on. That's a lie. We all think we're great liars, but that's total BS. But so when you isolate yourself, you definitely have that identity around your eating disorder, because it is just you and your eating disorder when you isolate yourself into your own world. It's in treatment that I start to rediscover who I am outside of my eating disorder, because when I'm in treatment, that's when all of the eating disorder tendencies are taken away from me, and I'm not allowed to participate in that. Through treatment, I found out, especially when I was doing really well, that I am a very extroverted person, and I always identified before that as an introvert. I love being around people that make me feel good. So I made a solid effort in my recovery, both when I was in PHP and IOP, and I had that time outside of program to be with people that I loved and enjoyed and do things that I loved and enjoyed. It's time to get yourself out of that rut of isolation. So for me, that meant, reaching out to people and saying, hey, do you want to go see a movie? Hey, do you want to go out to lunch? Yes, go out to lunch, guys. Get the support if you need it. Use your friends. Lean on your support system. It was reaching out, putting myself out there, and also knowing that I have friends too that struggle with the isolation, and so not letting each other fall into that cycle of isolation again. So get your support system, find out what makes you feel good, engage with those people and your community in a way that brings your soul to life. For me, it's been very important to find my support system outside of people that I met from treatment. So going back and reconnecting with old friends. My best friend is in school a couple states away, and it's not really possible for us to see each other every week, or even FaceTime every week or anything. But we do the little things. We have a Snapchat streak. That is such a first world thing to say, but we have a Snapchat streak, and we text a lot and message a lot through Instagram, and we do keep in touch very well. And she's been my best friend since we were little kids. It's reconnecting with people that were really good friends from high school, or really good mutual friends through friends in high school, or reconnecting with some of my really good friends from way back when. It's reconnecting with people outside of that world. So basically, now I'm learning how to create an identity outside of myself. So it's no longer, when you ask me, who am I? My first answer is not, I am someone recovering from anorexia. Yes, that's part of who I am. and that is part of what has made me who I am. But the first thing that comes to mind for me, for instance, is I am a nanny, or I am a friend, or, you know, I am an activist for X, Y, and Z, or I am a soon-to-be nursing student, you know. Yes, my eating disorder and recovering from that are part of my identity, but first it's, I'm going to be a nursing student, I'm a nanny, I'm a friend, I love to dance, I'm a dancer, I love to play music, I love to paint for fun, like by no means am I a painter, you know. These are parts of my identity that I have begun to find and I'm learning to really embrace and foster outside of myself and in a community, and not to mention all of these things in one way or another bring humans together. That's my video for today. Those are my, you know, 3 biggest pieces of advice. I could do an entire series on creating your identity outside of your eating disorder if you guys wanted to. There's so much I have to say on it aside from just these 3, you know, little pieces of advice. But let me know down in the comments below if you want to see that, and let me know any new video ideas that you might want to see down there. And in the comments down below, I want you to write down 3 things that describe who you are that have nothing to do with your eating disorder. For me, that would be I'm a nanny, I am a soon-to-be nursing student, and I am an artist. So I will talk to all of you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to like and comment all of those little tidbits down below, and subscribe and turn on those notifications. Stay glittery and keep on shining, and I love all you little daisies. All right, bye.